Some of you are ready to move on to your mapping key locations. So the first thing that you should do is download this blank map, download that into Notability and title it. Today we're going to start talking about the totals theory or the totals concept when it comes to mapping. The T stands for title, simple enough. Whenever you make a map, you want to give it a title. Obviously, your title should be somewhat related to what your concept is or what your map is going to be about. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to have your name in it, but on the other hand, if you're making a map, as we are, about the battles of the Civil War, your map title could be something as similar as Battles of the Civil War. Orientation. Orientation is a fancy way of saying which direction is north. Okay, you always want to show your orientation on a map. If this is my map here, and forgive me, I'm drawing with my computer, and if I'm going to write words here, okay, all the words on my map should be able to be read if the user has the map pointing north. Okay, so whether you have it as a landscape or whether you have it as a portrait map, either way that's fine, that's up to you. But again, north always at the top of your page. And the words can be read by the user of the map. Okay, so that's orientation. Date, simple enough, right? It's not what you're looking for on a Friday night. It's actually the date that you're making the map. Simple enough. Author would be your name, to put the author on there someplace. Then the legend and the source is the last part of the totals. And the legend and the source are probably the two most difficult points. Well, the legend, basically, it shows the user what the symbols mean on a map. So if we go back to my glorious map that you see over here, right, and I insert this shape, and I insert this shape, and I insert this shape, well, what do those mean? Okay, nobody knows until you create a legend or a key. Okay, and then inside that legend or a key, right, you tell us what these things actually mean. So, for example, that first one, that circle, right, so I'd put that circle in here, and then I would say circle equals the MPR. Okay, now with your maps, you're going to get a lot of different locations on there, so make sure your symbols are unique and different. So if you need to add colors to your symbols so that way they have some fill to them, that's fine, but make sure they have, so that way they're different. See, these two circles are now easily differentiated, but make sure you add them all to your legend and key. Then you need to add this one to your legend also. Let's see what that would be. Sources, simple enough. At the bottom of your maps, someplace, all you do is create a little text box down here, and then all you're going to do is paste the website in that you use to find your information. And so here you'll have a list of websites that you use to find the battle locations, and then you'll have your sources listed. As for your actual assignment that goes with this part of the assignment or part of the project, first thing is you're going to color states blue and gray. Blue for the states that are part of the Union, gray for states that are part of the Confederacy. Should match their uniforms there. Okay, once you are done labeling blue or gray, you are then going to label the following battles on your map. Okay, you're going to include these following battle locations onto your map. Make sure we use different symbols so we know what they represent, and we should be good to go there. Now, once you are done with this map, we want to save it as a picture, and then we are going to insert it as a picture to your mapping page, and that would be completing of this assignment.